What's happening? What's happening? Make sure my mic is on. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's happening? What's happening? Couple seconds here. We'll be going live a little more than we used to. Had a bunch of people asking me for clarification on the stories that I've been doing on State of Cannabis NewsHour. Shout out to Susan Stories. She's actually going to be with us for Cannapreneur at the end of this month at APOP. So, for those of you guys aren't familiar with the State of Cannabis NewsHour, we got about 15,000 followers on Clubhouse. Going live over here too. We got about 15,000 followers on Clubhouse, and it's overall covering a lot of stories around the entire cannabis universe. Boom. Yes. All right. So. Yeah, man, I had a bunch of people asking me about, asking me particularly about the stories that I was covering on State of Cannabis NewsHour. So give it to y'all live, man. Have a little bit of afternoon session. I go through the news stories that I read on State of Cannabis NewsHour over there, and just do a little bit more in-depth conversation with everybody. What up, hello to Don? What's good, brother? What's good? Matt Berry, what's happening, brother? Wisconsin stand up. All right. So for those of you who either tuned in this morning or you missed it, the story that I was covering this morning out of the Kansas City Star, cannabis convict freed from prison after 12 years, but don't stop there, Governor Parson. So Robert Franklin was actually sentenced to 22 years in state prison for possessing 1 pound of marijuana with the intent to distribute. He was granted clemency by Mike Parson, and he was let free a couple of weeks ago. So this is after serving 12 years of his 22-year original prison sentence, and he's become the 9th drug offender since 2020 to have his case commuted by Mike Parson. 2007, Franklin was arrested in Saline County after he tossed a 1 pound brick of cannabis from the window of his SUV while fleeing state troopers. At his trial, the jury found him guilty of possession with the intent to distribute, and a judge sentenced him to more than 2 decades in prison, 22 years to be exact. But it was a particular Missouri law that we want to talk about today that actually mandated a 10-year minimum sentence without the possibility of parole with that too. Sorry, the sun's going down over here, y'all. So that law, which allowed prosecutors to designate defendants as prior and persistent drug offenders, the Missouri Riverfront Times, they've been going in on this. So big shout out to Missouri Riverfront Times, RFT. They've actually launched an investigation into these. One second, we're going to connect on Connecticut in a second. So they actually launched an investigation into these these cases where they have prior and persistent drug offenders. And they found Franklin's case to be one of the worst of all of them. They feature them as a front page article as an example of Missouri's uniquely harsh drug laws that trap people in sentences that they often many times they are often many times the length of prison terms served by those convicted of violent crimes. Based on Parsons' recommendation, the Board of Probation and Parole Office agreed Franklin should be set free, and he was released last week. Franklin spent his first day out of prison surrounded by family and supporters, and he held tight his 15-year-old daughter, ate at a local steak and shake. Big up to Steak and Shake. I've had Steak and Shake since I moved out to the West Coast. Missed that. And he could hardly sit still. He said that he's going to be lighting fireworks tonight on the 5th with his family, and he's going to be enjoying his freedom. He said he's feeling blessed, and it's great to be home, and he plans to advocate for others in similar situations. Hopefully, my team reached out to Robert Franklin, see if we can get him one here too. I'd love to hear it directly from his mouth. So it sounds like, a feel-good story and everything, but fuck that, man. Why was he even in prison, for tossing a brick of weed out of the window of his SUV? Why was he sentenced to 22 years? Straight bullshit. The fact that he had to serve 12 years is messed up as well. He was granted clemency, so, thankful for that. But why aren't they releasing everybody? So in Missouri, it's now a medical state, and nobody should be getting tossed in jail for any of these offenses. Nobody should be put away for something that people are profiting off of right now. And we want to make sure we get that messaging out. And we want to get Mike Parson, who actually was pressed on this issue a couple of weeks ago. We're going to get him to grant clemency to everybody and let all of these prisoners from the war on drugs, which is a failed attempt to stifle generations of producers in the cannabis industry, is a failed attempt to put generations of Black and brown bodies in prison, put them back into a sub-slavery condition there. And why is this allowed to continue to happen, especially in states with Mike Parson saying that it's not a priority for him to address the rest of the prisoners? Is it only going to be coming to the light of prisoners that are high profile, that are elevated, and they have their cases elevated by people in the media? That's ass backwards. If they are profiting off of this plant that we all love, we all know to be a great source of medicine, a great source of community building across the board, then why the fuck are we putting people in jail for it still? Why do we have people that are serving life sentences, like longer sentences than anybody participating in violent crimes? Why are we putting them in jail continuously? Why are we punishing these people? I'm not even going to touch the Sha'Carri Richardson case. We talked enough about that last week and over the weekend, but straight bullshit, man. And if your legislators in your states are continuing to do this to folks that are, we need to be questioning that. Why are they in power? Why are they elevating one side of the conversation, while on the other side of the conversation, they're putting people in jail, and they're keeping people in jail as well? It just doesn't make any sense at all. So I wanted to make sure I dug a little deeper on that story. Big ups to Robert Franklin and his family. Congratulations, brother, on your freedom. Congratulations to everybody else who's earned their freedom, be it through clemency or they've gotten out. I hope they have a space reserved for them in the cannabis community, because those OGs, those motherfuckers that actually did the time and were put away for what we enjoy, for a little weekend fun or whatever, they should be elevated in this cannabis community. They should be the ones that we're looking toward to put into those C-suite executive positions. They're the ones that know the game better than anybody connected, and we should be looking to have them serving on our advisory boards too. So for those folks that are locked up, there are other initiatives. I'm not going to be like everybody else and big up Last Prisoner Projects. There are a lot of local initiatives that have been in play for years upon years upon years that are doing just that, that are helping people get the records expunged. They're helping people get situated in the cannabis community should they want to come over to the legal side. And we need to make sure that we big up the people that did that before these large corporations, be they allegedly looking for tax breaks because they're publicly traded companies. That's not my position to call them out one way or the other, but I would like to give a huge shout out to the organizations and the initiatives that have been doing this for years, sometimes even decades prior to this new influx of corporate dollars that has come in here. And like, oh yeah, we need to have a nonprofit section of our company to offset a lot of those taxes. No, fuck that, man. There's a lot of organizations that have been doing this for years, a lot of organizations that are tied to the community, and we need to make sure that we are looking to them first before we just look for whoever has that brand name recognition. So big up to everybody who has been doing it. My personal favorites here in Los Angeles, National Expungement Week, as well as the Social Impact Center, what they have been doing in the Black and brown communities and the gay LGBTQ communities as well. They've been doing this shit for years. Another initiative that I worked with early on in my legal cannabis career, ARC, Anti-Recidivism Coalition. They've been doing some great things over there too. We just can't hover towards whatever the biggest names are. There's a lot of organizations out there that need your help and that will go away if we continue to serve like the biggest and the deepest of pockets. So just remember that, and just remember, like, the best weed ain't always sold at MedMen. Just keep it at that. I will collect their sponsorship dollars if they want to sponsor the shit that I'm doing. But I just always want to give props and connect the community first. So got a couple of questions here. Much love. What up, Pelota Don? He said, so let's see. Robert, what's good, brother? In Connecticut, what's going on in Connecticut, man? You got to come up there. I'm actually going to be in New York City this weekend with Happy Monkey. Brothers over there. What up, Vlad? What up, Ramon? What up, David? Going to be out there on 7/10, New York City. Happy Monkey fam out there doing our thing, celebrating legalization in that movement in New York. Be out there on Friday nights through Saturday. And then on Sunday, we are headed up early to Rochester. My main man, OG Big Kush J. I'm going to be doing some, he has Park Jam going on out there. The infamous Tony Toca. He's doing some big things. So I'm real excited about that. Big ups to Virginia, my home state as well. Kind of legalized on on the 1st, but not really until 2024, I hear. So hopefully they get their shit together too. In Connecticut, big ups to Connecticut. Their legalization officially, much love, Robert. Yeah, give me the numbers right here. Officially on July 1st. So big ups to Connecticut. The industry is moving in the proper direction. It's going in the right direction. And we want to make sure that momentum is kept, number one, but we also want to make sure the people who have been around since the legacy days, since before it was all legal, we want to make sure those people have the same opportunity to build, to grow, to do all of that shit, the same opportunities that we have on the legal side. Make sure, like, it's their decision if they want to come out of the trap or not, but if you have interest in coming out of the trap, man, hit us up. We'll connect you guys with the people you need to be connected with, as far as legislators, as far as across the entire supply chain, depending on what you want to do. If you want to get in on the THC side, the CBD side, you want to get in on the ancillary side, which is the hottest market, period, when you're not touching the plants. I hate to say cliches, but everybody knows, the picks and shovels, that whole analogy. The biggest profits made in the gold rush were always the people with picks and shovels. I just remember that. And there's a lot of money being made, period, across the entire supply chain. And you don't always have to, you don't always have to rely on something you just don't know what's going to happen. For example, the THC laws. We have no idea. What up, Cali Love? What up, Kush? Is that Kush Goddess? Kush Goddess 2020. We don't have to rely on the states and all the politics that are involved with legalization of THC. I come from that lane. I come from the less than legal side of that. So I've seen a lot of the politics that are on the ground level, and I've seen a lot of the politics that are top down. And it's a race to the bottom right now. But if you can get in, or if you have been in, I'm never going to tell you to jump ship, bail on that. You've done a lot of the work. Hold on to that. We'll try our best to support you in your initiatives. But But if you are new getting into the game and you don't have 7 figures, sometimes multiple 7 figures, there are other ways that you can get in. There are other ways you can make a quick path to cash. And what we try to do over here at Canivision and at Cannapreneur is plug people in across the supply chain, across the country. We have a couple of connects like outside of the U.S. too, some in Central America, some in Mexico, a few that are in Canada too. At the very least, we'll point you in the right direction and try to get you up and running because that's what our goal is, man. We built one network, many voices, and we mean that to the motherfucking end. It's not enough that we have a seat at the table for everybody. We got to make sure everybody's eating, period. That being said, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What up, Cali Love? What up, Kush Goddess? Big Polo to Don, my man Robert. Over here, Lisa, what's happening? 2 pups. I blink at it. What up, Ruby? What up, late now? My man Nate, Big Nate, Nasty. WCI Health, what's happening? What's happening? Aaron, what's up? Adrian, Humble Joe's. Big ups to everybody. And as we approach motherfucking 420, I got to give a huge shout out to my man, Mr. Cannabis. Came through with the Clade 9, so I got to show a little love. I know y'all going to get mad at me because I ain't roll nothing up today. But there's a quick impromptu. You guys hear the beautiful serene water in the background. We had a little escape this weekend. We got some family with some shit. Some excellent properties. This is actually we throw some of our cannabis events out here in the hills, and want to get down with some Medusa. So my man Big Ant, yes sir. My man Big Ant, Clade 9. Got to give them some props. Got to give some props. He always comes through with the flyers and shit. So there's a Cheese and the Bubba family. Medusa is my favorite strain by them right now. My brother came on board with us with Dope Dads too. Dope Dads, the first episode of Dope Dads is we pop that back up. Me, my man Salvador Santana, as well as my man Anthony from Clade 9 came through, and weed is fucking fantastic, man. But he came through with some incredible samples of flavors there. We got some great content, and you can see the preview for that on our YouTube channel. The full episode will be launching this week by Friday at the latest. We also have from Cannapreneur 2 weeks ago on Thursday. We got that content going to be dropping either today or tomorrow. The full piece. We had Green Queen Felicia Carbajal and Ray Janae. Dejanay, excuse me. We had Dejanay Evans on there too from Green Goddess Glow. And this month coming up, we have Susan Soares from State of Cannabis. We also have my man Nate coming out from Soul Bid out on the East Coast, Connecticut company. They're putting actual solar farms on top of indoor grows. So you're gonna do away with those multi $100,000 energy bills, and you can actually convert those into your own solar farm and make money from the startup. It is not an MLM. Motherfuckers have this shit. No, I'm not pumping a bunch of fucking MLMs. I appreciate on the jacket, on the bracelet love. Humble Joe's 420. But yeah, we're about to spark up a little bit of this Clade 9, this Medusa. And if y'all got any questions about Missouri, anybody from Missouri want to ask any question, want to add to that conversation, please chop in. Anybody want to jump in the conversation at home, either on Canivision Global or on my personal with Rico Lamitte, please jump in, join the conversation. What are y'all smoking on, man? Happy 420. Spark this shit up. Well, what up, Treed AZ? What's good? The big ups to Canivision Global team out in the different regions, out in the Northeast. My man Joe Stallsworth holding it down out of Connecticut. We got out of the Midwest. Personal is Rico Lamitte, so it's RICO Lamitte. Yeah, so look me up, Rico Lamitte, founder of Canivision, co-founder of Cannapreneur. Yeah, so big up Joe Stallsworth out in the Northeast. Chris Jackson, my man, doing his thing out of the Midwest, out of Pontiac, Michigan. And got Raj Shander representing the Southeast. He's out of DC. And then, of course, my team out here, Franklin Saunders, the OG himself, Mr. 45, no Trump himself, doing big things out here in California. Couldn't do anything without my team. Continue to grow. Veronica doing things behind the scenes, so make sure you guys check her out. We got some major announcements coming up. A couple of artists that we've aligned with. The first of which, artist out of Lamitte Park, my man Chad Watson. What up, Big Chad? He was doing his thing out at Kushstock this weekend. What up, Dr. D, Dr. K? And I couldn't make it out there to Kushstock this weekend, but my team was there. Big ups to Veronica doing her thing out there. If you guys have any questions about anything, I had a few questions about sponsorships and shout outs and all that stuff, hit us up at info@canivision.com. You can also just DM us, whether it's on the Canivision Global side or if it's on the Rico Lamitte side. We got you guys. Things are heating up. So Cannapreneur is going to be every last Thursday of the month. CBD Sundays, we're going to get that started again in August. But every single morning, if you guys can, please check us out. Check us out on Clubhouse. Yeah, check us out on Clubhouse. State of Cannabis NewsHour. Me and the whole team, we cover the latest and greatest of stories across. It's Cannapreneur, C-A-N-I, Canipreneur. Yeah, Canipreneur. I spelled it right that time. Fred will be happy. But yeah, check us out on State of Cannabis NewsHour every single morning, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. East Coast. We go over the latest stories in the cannabis industry. I always try to come with something that's connecting to the community because I think that's so important that we stick to our roots. Nothing as far as the business side, as far as the wellness side would be possible if it wasn't for the community that built this from the beginning. I always wanted to make sure that I maintain that connection because that's what keeps me grounded. Walk into the room with the same respect to the OGs as I do the C-suite execs, because at the end of the day, it's a mindset, and you have that mutual respect on both sides. Everybody can eat. And the problem with the industry that I'm seeing a lot of is people that are stuck in their silos and are not willing to reach across the aisle and for the greater good of be real, it's capitalism, period. We got to make money, and we got to make sure that we are building with the people that we want to build with. And we are actually just growing as a community too. There's a lot of money to be made. The world is getting in this. Every single continent on earth is getting in it. So we got to make sure that everybody who was here before has earned their lumps. A lot of people have lost their lives. A lot of people have lost their freedom for all this. We got to make sure that those people are involved too. So yeah, man, most def. Looking to connect with y'all too. Yeah, just hit me up in the DM. So directly here, Canivision.global, or at up here, Rico Lamitte. And I'm more than happy to connect with y'all. It doesn't matter what region you're in. If you're in LA, come out to our events every last Thursday, APOP Media in the Arts District, and see our events, the greatest B2B event in the industry, period. And we always do our best to connect the community with the C-suite execs, with the people on the business side, with the people on the wellness side, because if you don't have all three of those legs on the stool, you're going to fall on your ass. We don't want that for anybody. All right. So, what am I smoking? Bro, you missed it. Clay 9. So Clay 9, hit them up. They're not an official sponsor, but Anthony, we got to fix that. They're not an official sponsor, but my man Anthony, he always blesses me with the best that they have going on there. They've got an incredible facility downtown LA. Check our YouTube channel at the end of this week too. We got a huge piece that we did with them as we did a walkthrough of their location. Big ups to Miss Kindness, Kind Casa as well. Club Kindness, they've been doing some great things out of Chino Hills. It's one of our partners, doing some incredible things with the Bridges community, actually building bridges from Toketivity to Club Kindness. all the way to the mainstream America. Make sure you connect with those dots with mainstream as well, because those mainstream dollars are flowing in. All right. What's happening, y'all? What's happening? What's happening? Green Goddess Massage. What's happening? What's happening? Big ups to my big sister as well, Tamara Anderson, culinary and cannabis. It was her 6-year anniversary this weekend. Did not get a chance to hit her up, but always love. She's helped me out with a lot of projects on the ground here, and big up, big anniversary to you. Smoke is focus. What's happening? I actually have my Smokus piece. It's in the car though. Yo, hit me up, man. We got to do our collab, man. I love. If anybody hasn't had Smokus containers for cannabis, I'd love to get more of those out here and see it. Really does shine the perfect lighting on the trichomes and all that shit. They don't pay me, but I would love to work on a partnership with them, because they have like some of the best. They got some of the best containers for cannabis. If you have beautiful weed, you have beautiful nugs, you have beautiful trichomes, you want to show that off, big ups to them. And hit a brother up, man. I want y'all for some sponsors. Sponsor some of the shit that I do. All right. Green Goddess Massage, DCA Bruce, Grandma's Cottages, Canivision CA. What's happening? Y'all? Is that Franklin? Franklin, you on here with me, man? Hop on, G. About to close this up in a couple of minutes here. Take a couple more puffs off of this Clade 9 Medusa. Didn't want to get too zooted for y'all on here and start slurring my speech and everything. But the Medusa is nice, very nice. I believe it has skinny weed in it as well. For those of you who are trying to lose a little, the COVID 20 that I put on here. Yes, we do events here in California. What up, Fly Girl? 5015. Yeah, we do a lot of events out here in Los Angeles too. We have access to 26 cannabis consumption-friendly locations from Los Angeles, Inland Empire, Orange County. We have 2 spots up north in between. We have one in San Fran. They actually have one in Oakland also, and we have a few places in Vegas too. So if you guys are looking to do parties and events and stuff like that, please hit our team up directly. Just DM us, Canivision.global or Rico Lamitte, and I'll make sure that Veronica on our team or Vanessa on our team take care of y'all. What up, Heidi Flights? What up, Fly Girl? ATL in the house. Atlanta. I love Atlanta. My man Mecca down there doing big things. What up, Mecca King? What up, Heidi? When y'all gotta come out here again too. Heidi Fleiss, my man Dean. We used to be on tour together with all these pop stars and shit. Quick story for y'all, and we'll hop off. We got 2 minutes left. We used to go on all these tours, and I was able to take them on a tour, and 420 tours. So what up, Carlos? 420 tours, and everybody on the transportation side of this thing, and what up to the rest of the cannabis community? Y'all gotta come back out here, Heidi. Come on back out. I know y'all doing your real estate thing. Love to see that, man. Black folks coming up, making their own business, making their own money out here. What up, Vibe Tribe? It's happening, everybody. Take one more puff of this. What up, Big Ant? JJ Martin, what's good? Kenyon Martin Sr. What up, Kenyon? Yes. One more puff of this. Then we got to be out. Yeah, come on out and enjoy life with us, man. We're out here in beautiful California. I'm out in Hollywood Hills, at actually one of our locations right now. Just getting some work in. Had to escape the hood for a little bit, but we shall be back this evening. So back to South Central. South Central America, yes, South Central America too. Gotta give big ups to Colombia, big ups to Nicaragua, my people from Panama, all of that. Yes. Puffing on Skittles, love it. Green Goddess Massage is puffing on Skittles, going on to perform some healing CBD. Love that. CBD healers. Got to connect with us. as well. April, got to connect with us again. We got to make sure that we promote your shit. So make sure you connect with Veronica on our team. We want to make sure that we're connecting you with the big folks as well, because everybody eats together too. For those of you guys who do not know, Green Goddess Massage, April has fucking been killing it for a few years now. So she's licensed massage therapist, incorporates a lot of plant medicine with what she's doing. So make sure you guys check her out. Also, what up, Julie Purcell? Shout out from college. What's happening? What up, Debbie's J303? What's happening? Tree Fall Era, what's popping? And one more puff. We got to get out here. So big ups. Put in the comments what y'all smoking on. Happy 420 to everybody. Make sure you guys check out State of Cannabis News Hour. I'm put that on here real quickly. Yes, State of Cannabis News Hour every single morning, 9 a.m. This is the story that I was talking on today. So every morning, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific, State of Cannabis News Hour. Susan Soares as well as Nicole West put on an incredible show, and we're just very grateful to have them in our network. And we just build heavy hitters within the cannabis industry from every side of the game, from the political side, from the news side, media side. I got a couple of owners and operators out there. Everybody is doing their thing, bringing their stories, what's going on in the industry. And we always try to give y'all our spin from people in the cannabis industry, what we think of those stories and how it affects all of us. So big ups to everybody. We are based in, so Canivision is decentralized. So even though technically the HQ is here, technically, I'm like the original head of the Hydra. It doesn't matter. We got Connecticut, New York, Massachusetts, Maryland, DC, Michigan, Illinois. Obviously, we have a few spots out here in California. And what we do is we set people up with their own franchises on the Canivision side. So they can produce whatever they want. We handle all of the editing. We handle all of the promotion and all that stuff from a central point of view. But it's their job to make sure that they're bringing in their own sponsors. We can help them with that, with the initial connections. But the whole point of Canivision, kind of like the Vice News of the cannabis industry, is make sure that certain stories come to light that would not, always be at the forefront, would not always be on mainstream news. We got to make sure that we are illuminating all of this stuff because it is a corporate and government takeover that's happening right now, and the people who have been in this for a long time before everybody else are getting left out of these conversations. We got to make sure that does not happen, period. All right, dope. You're in social equity in Sacktown, man. Big ups, man. Yo, shoot me your information. DM me your information, please, at canivision.global. I'd love to reach out, see how you're doing with social equity up in Sacramento. I'd love to hear how the program is going out there. We've obviously had our hiccups out here in Los Angeles, but love to see how you guys are doing, man. We gotta hear that and make sure we get those stories out to the people, because that's not what people are doing. People aren't being checked in on, and we got to make sure we take care of our people, period. That's people of color, that's people of marginalized communities, that's people that just might not have the deepest of pockets like a lot of these MSOs do right off the bat. But that does not make you any less part of this cannabis community. We love you all. And I'll see y'all motherfuckers tomorrow. Much love, everybody. All right, much love. Here we up, Tree Fall Era. And remember, when life gives you no place else to turn, you just gotta turn up, baby. Love you all.